workers, software engineer systems, network administrators, and overall computer system analysis, which are overall jobs that require highly technical skills, which are generally hard to automate. As for the most vulnerable jobs, the list includes jobs that are really easy to automate with the technology we have at present, which are things like secretaries, cashiers, typists, pharmacists, bookkeepers, and these are all we see that are already being automated in the present. For example, when you go to an airport, and they're saying that there are more times that to check in at a kiosk rather than in the counter than going to the counter and giving an employee your passport information. So as time passes, the world continues to evolve into a more self-sufficient, into a more self-sufficient way. To the right, we have a graph, a pie chart that illustrates the areas that are most affected by automation. And as we can see, the area that is most affected is the area of services. Making services more efficient has an incredible impact on productivity. According to Kevin Finnan, he says, he acknowledges that machines are ideal for routine tasks, but he finds that most jobs entail non-routine tasks at which humans are superior. What this quote says is totally true. In the end, the area of service jobs is the most affected because it's an area that involves routine tasks and jobs that require you to do the same thing day by day. Humans are proficient in jobs that require creativity and insight. These are two pillars that are unique to us and only us. Without them, every kind of job could have been easily automated by a machine. As time passes, the world needs new things, new inventions, new technologies, and we as humans are the ones responsible for making that happen. In my eyes, all the new technology that we see today is the result of human work, creativity, effort, and innovation. As Dan Jacobi states, as machines begin to look more like humans, workers must distinguish themselves through their capacity for human creativity, responsibility, autonomy, and income. It is through our human ability to think, create, question, and act that we differentiate ourselves from a machine. Eric Van Jolson said this quote in his article: "Man is the lowest cost, 150-pound, non-linear, all-purpose computer system which can be mass-produced by unskilled people." For me, this quote is the most accurate depiction of the difference between a robot and a human being. A machine is programmed to do one job or a set of jobs, while the human mind is programmed to do literally everything as long as you have the appropriate skills and knowledge for the job. So now, let's be real. Worldwide problems like the rise of automations that affect the lives of millions of individuals in the world we live in cannot just vanish away as if nothing happened. But they can be sued out and worked out as a way to alleviate the consequences. I'm not saying that problems like this are harmful for the humanity, because in fact they're not. They're extremely beneficial. They make our life easier. But we do have to watch out for the consequences. The truth is, automation is happening, and it is a reality that we cannot ignore. We are seeing it in all the jobs that are being replaced by technology or software, such as robots. In all the companies and corporations that every day that passes hire less human labor and invest more in softwares or robots that will make them more time and cost efficient. So first, we need to educate the displaced workforce. By educating the displaced workforce, new jobs and opportunities will open in the blink of an eye to tons of people. Humans are known for being receptive to change and adapting without any major struggle. Even more, if it involves something that is for their own benefit. According to Clara K. Miller, in a recent New York Times, CBS News, Kaiser Family Foundation poll, of Americans between the ages of 25 and 54 who were not working, 37% of those who said they wanted a job said technology was a reason they didn't have it. Even more, 46% cited lack of education or skills necessary for the jobs available. What we're seeing here is that people are desperate for work, but they're incapacitated to perform such duties. A person who has the desire to work and is in a position in which he or she needs the work in order to survive should not be reprimanded because the jobs available in the market don't suit their standards. But sadly, this is the reality. Many people nowadays just work for the paycheck, but it is not because they want to, it is because they're forced to, in order to live a life worth living. Second, we need to provide an employment benefit to level out the rift between the social classes. As David Rutman mentioned in his article, How Technology is Destroying Jobs, he says that Ford recommends a guaranteed basic income as part of the answer, assuring a minimum income as a way to provide a sort of floor below which nobody need fall, even when he is unable to provide for himself. By giving sort of an employment benefit to every citizen that is unemployed, we will save the world tons of problems. This will guarantee a smooth flow in the economy with no irregularities. It will help those stuck in poverty live a better and more dignified life, and most importantly, it will brighten the future of the majority. Lastly, my third solution would be we need to incorporate technological education into all the school's curriculum. By incorporating such education into the school's curriculum, children of low ages will start getting familiar with the topic and will already have an idea of what it is about from an early age. You will find it incredible at the rate in which children learn new things. In my opinion, it is exponential. When you are doing something, it is always a matter of time before you get comfortable with your new environment. In the case of the advancements in technology, we need to make sure not to let the opportunity pass away and catch us by surprise, but be prepared. We have to be prepared onto what will most likely be our future world, a world where technology and information technology are present in our daily lives. To wrap this up, I found this quote on the internet that basically summarizes my last solution for this problem, and it goes like this. We tend to think that new technology can only be operated by new people in school. However, we should be thinking about how to retrain our workforces while also addressing the education system. Thank you. Now I'll be taking questions.
You talked about how in airports we use kiosks a lot, but for jobs like those, there's a lot of risk when you're giving someone your passport information, and a lot of people would believe that machines eliminate that risk or like make it less. So do you think that using automation in jobs where like it would be less risky to trust a machine than a person, do you think that's a problem? Or?
What we're seeing nowadays is a problem of whether to trust with your information, like give that trust to a machine or to a person. With the machine, there will always be a risk of hackers, of someone who wants to get information. And in my opinion, if they are good at what they do at hacking, they will find a way to get over that encryption or that security. So in every way that we analyze the question of whether there is risk trusting a machine or an automation technology or trusting a person, there will always be a risk at hand. Did that answer your question?
But students are encouraged to ask questions. So if you're an underclassman visiting, please do so. I have a question about sources. I noticed that a lot of the information that you put up, Kate, they were yellow background and black. Which of your sources, can we look at your works cited list, because it's really quite an interesting list. Which of the sources is that?
So the ones on the graphs are a combination of this one. They are the MIT Technology by David Button, how technologies are lost, and Google Research.
Okay.
They gave a really nice overview of what is happening right now with the problem.
Okay. Is that a periodical that's published by MIT?
Yes.
Okay. And of all the sources that you read, what would you recommend to people who want to position themselves for leadership in this area? Like people who want to know more about the topic, which of the sources did you find most helpful?
To be honest, more than one. The ones like David Button were really helpful because they were extensive. They touched on every aspect of the problem and also gave solutions and opinions by most famous economists, and incorporated the graph that I presented in the presentation. Also, this one, the one of Eric and Miller, as Robert's first lawyer, America's Workers' Right to Keep Up. It's a New York Times article that it was also interesting. And
Will you continue to read Rotman's work on this topic?
yes, I really like this way of expressing his ideas and the way he expresses the information.
Good job of it.
Yes.
Other questions?
Have you read about the artificial intelligence and the impact on the workforce as well?
Yes. And what I have understood is that what we're seeing now, when we think of jobs that will be safe in the future of automation, with the rapid advancements of artificial intelligence, it is how do I say this? Like what we expect to be safe in the future regarding jobs is not what necessarily will be safe, because as we can see, like 10 years ago, all of this robots and automations in manufacturing in factories was not a reality. And if we take a look at the rate at which that increase is rising, it's exponential, and we cannot really predict which job positions will be safe to have in the near future.
You talked about how there are also Chinese who are using robots. So would you say it's more of a problem in overseas companies or in American-based ones, displacing their workforce in favor of robotics?
I think that the problem really consists in the United States, due to the fact that their large manufacturing companies moved to China, and the factories that are left are mainly operated by automation technologies such as robots. So I think the United States is more risk.
Is there another question in the back row? I saw you moving with your hand up. That's it. No? Okay, any other questions? Okay, excellent job. Julie, thank you so much for coming, you guys, and I look forward to seeing your